Hello, and welcome to today's listening practice. Please find a comfortable place to sit. Relax your shoulders and allow your mind to settle. For the next 30 minutes, we will walk together through a gentle story inspired by the lessons of one of the world's most influential financial books. This is a calm narration created to help you improve your English listening skills, understand simple financial ideas, and enjoy a peaceful learning experience. Take a slow breath in and slowly breathe out. Let's begin our story. Once, in a quiet island town, there lived a young boy named Michael. Michael was an ordinary child, curious, thoughtful, and eager to understand how the world truly worked. But Michael was raised with two very different influences. His own father, whom he lovingly called Poor Dad, was a highly educated man. He believed strongly in the power of school, a stable job, and the safety of a monthly salary. But Michael had another teacher, his best friend's father, a man he referred to as Rich Dad. This man did not have a university degree. He did not believe in depending on a job. He believed in creating opportunities, building businesses, and letting money grow through knowledge. Poor Dad was gentle and kind. He often said things like, "Michael, study hard. Get good grades. Find a secure job, and you will live a safe life." Poor Dad worked long hours, paid his bills on time, and always hoped that one day he would finally feel financially free. But every year, his responsibilities grew heavier. More bills, more expenses, more stress. He believed that talking about money was uncomfortable. He believed that wanting to be rich was somehow wrong. And so, he avoided financial risks, choosing security instead. Rich Dad, on the other hand, spoke in a very different tone. His energy was calm, confident, and surprisingly simple. He often told Michael, "Money is not something to fear. It is something to understand." He said, "A job gives you a living, but financial knowledge gives you freedom." Rich Dad believed that mistakes were not failures. They were teachers. He encouraged Michael to ask questions about money, about investing, and about the difference between buying things and building assets. One warm afternoon, Rich Dad invited Michael to his small office beside the harbor. The room was simple. A wooden table, a bookshelf filled with old notebooks, and a small window overlooking the water. Rich Dad said gently, "Michael, I will teach you something important today. Most people work for money, but the wealthy learn how money works." He continued, "Do not chase a salary. Chase skills. Learn how to solve problems. Learn how to lead people. Learn how to create value. These skills will pay you more than any job ever could." Michael listened closely, feeling his world begin to expand. Later that year, Michael faced an opportunity. It was small, but meaningful. A neighbor wanted to sell a collection of old magazines for a very low price. Rich Dad encouraged Michael to buy them and resell them for profit. But Michael hesitated. He feared losing money. He worried about making a mistake. When he shared his fear, Rich Dad smiled gently and said, "Fear will control you if you do not learn to understand it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting even when fear whispers in your ear." This lesson stayed with Michael for the rest of his life. On another day, Rich Dad drew 2 columns on a small whiteboard. On one side, he wrote, "Assets." On the other side, he wrote, "Liabilities." He explained in a calm voice. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out. He pointed to examples: a business, a rental property, a book you write, a skill you develop. These are assets. They give you value, even while you sleep. But expensive toys, cars you cannot afford, and unnecessary bills, these are liabilities. They drain your energy and your peace. Over time, Michael began to understand what his 2 fathers represented. Poor Dad represented stability, safety, and tradition. Rich Dad represented growth, opportunity, and education. Neither father was wrong. Both wanted the best for him. But the paths they offered were different. By observing both, Michael learned a powerful truth. The most important wealth begins in the mind. It is a mindset, a way of seeing the world. These lessons shaped Michael's future. He grew not only in knowledge, but in confidence. And today, as you listen to this story, you too are learning something valuable. Financial education is not simply about money. It is about awareness, clarity, and building a life that feels free. Thank you for joining this calm and reflective session. Take a slow breath and gently return to the present moment. If you enjoyed this listening practice, stay with us for more stories in this week-long series. Until next time, stay curious, stay calm, and keep learning.